Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview series. Traders, it's a Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. Traders is brought to you through FXCL, FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxcoin.com for your trading solutions. Traders, I have to tell you I'm having a big problem with internet today. This is the third time I've tried to record this due to weather in Thailand. I've had storms for the last 24 hours. And it is just getting aggravating, I have to be honest with you. So, anyhow, we're going to move on and try to do it one more time. Traders, you can follow me in the London session on Twitter at FXCL Alerts 1. That's FXCL Alerts 1 on Twitter as a tweet for the London session. Traders, we got a lot to talk about, and I am really running late, so we're going to move along. We got charts, data, all that good stuff. Crazy week ahead. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I love trading technical charts. Absolutely love trading technical charts. And I really like candlestick patterns. It tells a story, what's happened before, what might happen in the future. So I really enjoy being a technician on charts. However, there's more than just candlestick patterns. You need to be aware of price action, price structure, price failure, right? And price levels. Remember, Forex repeats itself. So if it reacted to a level like the 1700 price level, there's a good chance it's going to react to that same level 6 months down the road or a year down the road, right? So you want to put levels on a platform, and I have a separate platform. That's all I have on there is price levels. So I can glance over to that platform before I enter a trade and make sure I'm not going into a level or did I just cut out of a level. So we just need to keep a real good eye on that. Price levels are really important. And, you know, using the fib, my apologies, traders. It's going to be a choppy video today. I'm just having so many issues. So let's get back to, doing an analysis on a chart. So I use the Fibonacci tool a lot, and Fibonacci is not that I have this thing with Fibonacci, but why do I use Fibonacci? Because everybody else uses Fibonacci, right? And I just want a small piece of the pie. Don't want to get greedy when I trade, but I just want a small piece of the pie, and I want to be right? I want to be correct in my trade analysis. It's so important. So I use Fibonacci to help me out. It gives me great price levels to look forward to for profit. It gives me good entries. Really keeps you on track in your trade when you use Fibonacci on your charts. Now, after you have your technical analysis done, you have to go to fundamentals. And I have a news feed that I pay for. No, you do not have to pay for news feed. But I have a news feed, and it talks all day long on my computers. And this allows me to know what's going on around the globe. Remember, traders, we are macro traders. We trade the globe. We just don't trade the euro dollar, right? We trade the whole globe, and anything that happens in the world, we need to be aware of. We need to know when data is coming out. We need to know what that data is, what to expect. Is it going to interfere with our trade? So important that we understand the fundamentals, and it's work in progress. You know what? I'm never going to learn all the fundamentals. There's just so many instances out there. However, if you have a good service, and there's plenty of free ones out there, folks, you do not have to pay for news data. But you have to be on top of it. It's, like I said, learning it in progress every day about fundamentals and what to expect in the reaction. So I put both of these together, my technicals, my fundamentals, put them together, and I come up with a trade plan. When I come up with a trade plan, I enact that trade plan. Now I just wait for price to come to my level. When it gets to my level, I initiate the trade, and basically I just check it every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and see where I'm at and let the trade go. If it's going against me, I get out early, right? We don't have to wait 50 or 40 pips to get out of the trade. Get out before that if the trade's going against you. So that's just a little bit of how I trade. Let's get over to the risk disclaimer, and then we can get to some news. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember, this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, that'll keep the legal people happy. Let's head over to news and commentary. Now, this is going to be the good one. Am I going to get my news? Yes, I got it. Okay. All right, let's look at the markets. How they closed yesterday. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.02%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.07%, and the Nasdaq closed negative 0.18%. With the small cap 50 closing in the green at 0.73%. Let's take a look at what's going on over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 0.95%. FTSE 100 closed positive 1.54%. The CAC 40 out of Paris was 1.43%. The Euro Stoxx 50 was 1.19%. All in the green in the Eurozone. Remember, yesterday was all in the red. All right, traders, let's take a look at what's going on in Asia. The Nikkei 225 is currently trading, and it's positive 0.36%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.23%. The China A50 closed yesterday positive 0.67%, and the Hang Seng closed yesterday 0.92%. With the Kospi that's currently trading out of Seoul is currently positive 0.04%. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. We have some big data coming out in the Asia session today. The RBA meeting minutes comes out today. And also, we have a house price index coming out in the Aussie and the Asia session today. All right, let's see what's going on. And wow, really quiet today in the markets. Okay, in the U.S. session, we have nothing we have absolutely nothing in the Euro session today. We have in the U.S. session building permits for August, and then we have Bank of Canada Governor Politz speaks today. So quite a slow trading day. Traders' commentary for today is pretty pretty laid back. Okay, so we have a huge week this week, and unfortunately for us, the market's going to sleep probably after today. We have the Fed coming up tomorrow. We have the Bank of Japan this week, right after the Fed. So, we have a lot of big things coming out. I think the markets are just going to say, listen, we're not going to trade until all this is over with. And, the big talk is the Fed going to raise interest rates? I don't think so, but, it's, they could pull one out of the hat. I just don't, they're not going to do nothing in November. It's the election in the United States. And, December, they know who the next president is. And I don't know if the Fed's going to play around until that new president gets in there. So it's going to be very interesting, to say the least. I think it's going to be a stagnant week as far as price action goes. I think the data that's coming out on Wednesday and Thursday morning in Thailand time is going to be big, and the market's going to respond to it. Okay? So just keep an eye on that. Protect your open positions that you currently have, and, we'll get through it. On that note, let's get moving. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get over to the charts. Euro dollar, this is a pretty interesting chart. I left the numbers on there from yesterday. We're in the same spot. There's no trade here right now, folks. We're tangled up in all three two exponential moving averages, the 10 and the 55. Price is sideways. It's not doing anything. It spiked up to the entry level of 1.1187 late in New York, and basically it's gone sideways since then. So we need this to pop back up again, and we'll take this to the downside. And we'll get out at 1.1152, and it's only a 30 pip trade. It's a very small trade. It's not a big trade. But the reason is, look at this price action. And that is what is important, right? We're not going to jump in these trades without price doing something. We don't want to blindly just take a sell trade on this. I'm bearish on the euro dollar. Been bearish for a long time, and I'm still bearish. I'm only looking to sell this. But price has to come to me. Right? And I missed this. To be honest with you, that 50% was a nice shot, but I was sleeping. That was the middle of the night for me in Thailand. So, I missed that. That was New York. And it was late in New York. That probably was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, New York time. All right, let's take a look at pound dollar. Pound dollar, again, chart from yesterday, not doing anything. Basically, the same looking chart as the euro. Just need this to make a move one way or another, but we can't be taking this trade here, folks. And I'm not trading into 1.300, right? Not trading into that. So I don't want to be taking a sell trade here. This is not the place to take a sell trade. Now, this might do just that, but we're going to get a bounce at that 1.300 level. And at that point, I think I'll just wait for it to bounce and come back up. But I'm not going to take a sell trade here. Just doesn't look real enticing, especially no data in London session today. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Interesting chart today. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of a push up, and it's doing that. You know, the negative to this chart is the first entry at 0.7545 is that we're trading into a 55 and a daily pivot point. And then right underneath that is a 200. So that's the bad news. The good news is if we can get in early and it stays below that trend line, it's a good entry. We'll fight through the other stuff. There is price action left of the chart, reference to 55 and the daily pivot point. So I expect a bounce there. So I think probably the best deal is, you know what, let this 200 exponential moving average be our guide. Let it close below it. We'll get it at 0.7514. We'll get out at 0.7453. Nice 70 pip trade, and we'll take it from there. However, this slide does not show the data that's coming out in Asia. So we need to watch that, see what data is coming out in Asia. All right, traders, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is sideways. We needed to make a move. Don't want to be taking this below the daily pivot point. I really want this to pop back up at least as close as it can get to that 1.4884. So we can get back to this daily pivot point and slide right on through it. Not a lot of price action left of the chart. So this trade looks really well. There's a chance this just might drop. And if that happens, I will consider taking the short trade. Again, it's going to depend on how these data comes out in Asia today. So this is a London open trade. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen, again, look at it. You know, there's something we got to realize here. Every chart I brought up, it's all the same. They're all sideways and there's no price action. So we just need this to give us a pullback to this 114.23 area. We'll get out at 113.48. This is a great trade. This is a 70 pip trade, you know, but this is moving to the downside consistently, and it's doing small moves. But folks, this is going to hit support. It's going to bounce, and it's going to kick it all the way back in the other direction. This is extended to the downside and would do a pullback. I don't want to be the one caught in that pullback if I'm selling, right? So I'm going to wait for that pullback to happen. So I'm going to be very patient with this and all the currency pairs today and probably the rest of the week because of this price action. We're not seeing aggressive price action at all. So we want to get it at 114.23, get out at 113.48, and that is also the S1 pivot point. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This pair, I left the numbers from yesterday just to show you that this pair really did work out, and I missed it, to be honest with you. This 0.7326 came up to that level and came all the way down to the daily pivot point. Now what I want it to be rejected here, come back up and come back down and give me a second hit of that where all these EMAs are confluenced at, and we'll get out at 0.7264. I'm bearish on this. I would consider selling this below the daily pivot point. That's not a bad trade either, because if you look left of the chart, there's not a lot of price action. So this can be quite beneficial to us. So we'll have to really take a look at that. And I think we'll play it and we'll watch it through the London session. Again, that Aussie data will affect the New Zealand dollar, so we'll have to watch how it reacts to that data. Okay? All right, traders. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties today with my internet, and it's just been not easy today. Hopefully tomorrow everything will straighten out. We'll get some sunshine this afternoon and dry up the internet. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on a Tuesday, September 20th, 2016. Traders, have a great trading day. Remember, trade smart and not hard. Be alert today, traders. It's crazy week this week, and we're gonna have fun with it, but it is a crazy week. Don't get crazy on the mouse. All right, traders. Again, come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions, and follow me on Twitter at FXCLAlerts1 on Twitter for the London session. Take care, my friends. Talk to you later. Probably about 24 hours. We'll see you then.